Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Shanno Mitra Sham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanma Vavatu Tad Vaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this verse is a rather simple one, which was a good thing because we had such a heavy thing in Bhagavad Gita. So this will be very simple now. The last verse that we saw, that was pretty deep, and it said that from that Atman, from that which is this Atman, which is same thing, Brahman and Atman, space is born, and from space the air comes, and from air fire, from fire water, from water earth, from earth herbs, or all the vegetations, and from these vegetations or herbs we get food, and from food man or human being. So it basically is really तुम भी भगवान ही हो. हो गया कि नहीं, वहां से आया तो होना ही चाहिए. So but कैसे, वो तो कण कण में भगवान है, how? We gave a very scientific example. So now what is this one saying? So this is a simple one. So verse 3 is saying sa va eshah purushah anna rasmayah tasya idam eva shirah ayam dakshinah pakshah ayam uttara paksha ayam atma idam puchham pratishtha tad api eshah shloko bhavati. Sa is he, vai indeed, eshah this, purushah man, a human being, anna rasamaya consisting of the essence of food, tasya his, idam is this, eva indeed, shira sir jisko bolte hain na, head, ayam this, dakshina means right side, usme dakshina aur uttar bolte hain, left and right, paksha is wing or that area, ayam is this, uttaraha left, paksha again wing means that area, ayam is again this, atma trunk, idam this, puchham is hind part, back part or our seat, pratishtha is support and foundation, tat that, api also, esha is this, shloka verse, bhavati is there. So what it is that the students को समझा रहे हैं, right? So पहले स्टूडेंट के मन में प्रश्न आए, ये ब्रह्मन है क्या, right? तो क्या बोला उन्होंने, सबको याद है ना, मैंने बोला मेमोराइज कर लेना, सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म. So this is objectively defining Brahman, like with qualities, Brahman hai kya cheez. Now what they want you to do is take an inward journey. Subjectively you go in. So like I had mentioned that these 5 koshas are so important in our Vedanta, and first time it was mentioned in Taittiriya Upanishad and explained in detail what the 5 koshas are. So once we finish with Taittiriya Upanishad, we should have a fantastic idea of what these 5 koshas are. And this is the first one, Annamaya Kosha they call it, or the food sheath. So they are taking you to the inward journey, and the first one they are talking about is the food sheath, and they just want you to focus on that food sheath. That's why they gave this extra verse according to Swamiji, क्योंकि इस वर्ष में कोई बहुत ज़्यादा depth नहीं है, मगर it's there, So, but the background is this, why they did this. Because they don't want you to yet think about Manomaya, Pranamaya, Kosha and all that. Slowly aayega, because sometimes, when we try to understand everything together, we don't know the proper sequence. So that's why. So पहले ये समझ लो, उसके बाद next पे जाना. That's how the whole idea is. तो यहाँ पर क्या बोला? The physical body is born of food. Anna rasamaya means essence of food. And scientifically, it's no brainer. We eat the food, and the gross part we excrete it, and उसका जो essence है वो उससे हमारी body बन जाती है. Science में तो 100% we know about that, right? So that's what they're talking about over here. And और यहाँ पर है ना, बॉडी को 5 पार्ट में डिस्क्राइब किया हुआ है, एंड इट्स वेरी सिंपल. सर है, दायां भाग, दाहिना भाग, your bottom part and our legs and all that. That's what they're saying. And the next verse is going to be very deep one. And some of them will kind of surprise us also. Oh, really? That's what it means? Like, what's the meaning of annam? It's like, okay, I eat anna, but real meaning of annam is that which eats you also. So you eat it and then it eats you. So, my God, maas bhakshi kaise ho gaya annam? But it's like you come from dust, you go back to dust. It's like you become manure for तो ये जो स्वामीज होते हैं ना, ये बिल्कुल हेजिटेट नहीं करते हैं टू टेल यू द ट्रूथ. हम लोग को उनकी लैंग्वेज थोड़ी ऑफेंसिव लग सकती है. Saying that, hey, once you die, your physical body becomes khad for the other thing, things that they're going to eat again. So as though it ate you back up, the food, something like that. We'll see when you come to that. Giving a little preview. Maybe you can even read it. Okay. Any question on this verse? All right. Any volunteers to read?
Umaji, can you please repeat Satyam Jnanam?
Oh, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. And you have the book, right? I know you came after a while, and you should read that part. And if you have any question, bring it to me next time, because that verse, ये जो Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma है ना, that is in verse 1 of section 1. Just to let you know. Huh? It's part of that big verse, but it's a very powerful statement that Brahman is truth, Satyam, Jnanam, pure knowledge, Anantam, infinite. But when you read Swamiji's commentary, you will get what each word means in depth. Or you can listen to previous recordings, because we went in depth about the Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma.
Mamaji, one question. What is the reason behind describing 5 parts of the body?
That's why Swamiji was saying that one of the main reasons कि भाई ये अन्न से ऐसे बन गया ये, just having you focus on the food sheet. It's an obvious thing, like that's all it is. It's just, physical part of it describing. For a human being to exist physically, you need all these parts. I can't even say that. I changed the statement. To function efficiently. Because कोई बोलेगा legs नहीं है तो भी तो हम जिंदा रह सकते हैं ना. But at least धड़ तो चाहिए. Limbs नहीं होएगा तो हम जिंदा रह सकते हैं. But we need all the other organs, which are mainly in the dhad and brain and all that. So it's just having you focus on the physical structure of human being. That's all.
I think it also indicates the importance of each.
Importance of each. Yeah, I guess you're right. Just like we said that अगर एक भी नहीं होगा तो we won't function efficiently. So भगवान ने कोई भी चीज ऐसे बेकार में नहीं बनाई है, right? सबका बड़ा महत्व है. Yeah. Any volunteers to read? Sushilji, did you raise your hand? Go ahead.
He indeed is this man consisting of the essence of truth. This is his head. This is his right wing. This his left wing side. This is his trunk. This is the hind part forming his support and foundation. About this also is the following verse. After describing the outer world and how it is caused, the teacher is slowly gliding his discourse to the subjective theme of self-analysis. The goal of spiritual quest is the supreme, and subjective search is the technique adopted in Vedanta.
So just like I was saying that what one of the purpose is that it's taking you from the subjective theme. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma was a objective to the subjective, and this is the technique. Means in Vedanta they want you to understand from both angles. So that's why a lot of examples are given. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Sat Chit Anand. What is the third one? Satyam Shivam Sundaram, right? All of that, those are describing the Brahman, but then it's telling you the other technique is to go inward. So now the inward journey they are starting. That's what they are saying.
This physical body, born of food, is described here as the essence of food. Anna Rasmaya. When man is thus explained as made up of food, the students might misunderstand the theme indicated by the term to be man with his physical, mental, and intellectual personalities. The Rishi here is definitely guiding the students' attention to the purely physical sheath in a man. To indicate exhaustively a physical sheath in all its entirety, the teacher is pointing out the 5 main parts of the body as the head, the right and the left sides, the trunk, and the lower limbs. So
this is what Swamiji was saying, that they just want you to focus right now on the physical sheath. That's why they did this, according to his explanation. It's a simple thing in some ways, yeah.
So Vaishnavacharya, while commenting upon this portion, describes it as a metaphor drawn from the hawk-like arrangement of the sacred fireplaces in some special types of yajna. The Rishi here is dramatically pointing out to his own head, limbs, and trunk, and is describing the parts constituting the Annamaya Kosha, the food sheath. The description indicates that the Rishis meant by the food sheath is the physiologist man structure constituted of the head, trunk, and the limbs.
So, I mean, we don't have to worry about all those other things, what they're saying. Basically, we just focus that, hey, what does food sheath come from? It comes from food. And where does the food come from? Go to the previous verse. I think if we can just remember that will help us a lot more. And don't worry about this extra stuff and all that.
Strictly following the tradition of the Vedic faith, the teacher, after making this bold assertion, immediately hastens to add that what he said was not a mere individualistic philosophy or a mere intellectual hypothesis, but that it is fully supported by the words of the Vedas. The Vedic stanza is quoted in the next section.
Yeah, so I was saying, the next one is going to be a very powerful one. It requires a lot of contemplation and all that. So he's just saying that they just didn't make up all these things, but there is a big support in the Vedas and all different, Upanishads and, Veda means Upanishad is a part of Veda only. But so that's why they're saying Vedas. But many different Upanishads will approach this, koshas and all that, and explain in their own way. But there is, all these research that they did, that's a conclusion they came up with, That's how it is. So we will not go to the next one because we don't want to do too big ones. But any question, any comment on this, whatever we read? This was a relatively simple one. But even the previous things, so we have some time, if there is any other confusion, comment, or anybody want to add anything in whatever we have learned so far here or there. There's a good opportunity today. Everybody became very silent, meditative. So this is what we can do then. I will close the class if you don't have any comment, and then we can see we have few new people. They can introduce themselves, and all that. So shall I do that then? Okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.